Oh, it's stamped?
Thermally infused product, yes.
It's kind of cool.
Thermally infused laminate, I think is
Early
it.
infused laminate,
Yes.
okay, no, I'm confused. All right, this one in the middle, this is the floor, this is the carpet, this is the floor.
Right.
Okay,
And then
so
is
we're
that
just,
going up the, what's going up the wall and that?
What's going up the
across from
wall?
my-
Same thing. Well, that would have been, no,
This?
no, keep
No.
going.
this,
No, keep going to the
Beyond.
right. Go to the right.
This.
No,
oh,
no,
this way,
This
wrong
way.
way.
go there. There.
This.
This little piece. Oh,
Or something like it.
that was going
A
up the
fret.
wall.
Yeah, it was to match the wood of the floor
This to
and the
this.
cabinetry.
Okay.
And that is the cabinetry and the veneered, or something like that. That's close enough in my mind.
So what it goes up the wall and the cabinetry is the same?
Yes. Already we have oak. Remember, this oak is in your doors and your trims and your thing. So I personally, I can't say this strongly enough, and you're gonna also have wood in your furniture. I can see that coming. It could be a menagerie of wood samples if we don't simplify it. Right?
The question is what colors?
Correct. So this was the next lighter, which is basically your oak.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
really red like an oak, yeah.
Or even the next slider down, which was, and that's where I started seeing maybe maybe something in this area, or this little green that you could use with that had a richness feel to it.
What are those last two boards?
These two here?
Yeah, what are those last two boards?
Pardon me?
This is what we're not using.
No,
These
no,
are
no.
color options.
Just
Again,
color.
If we wanted to change up the whole scheme, we
Yeah.
could go with the more red oak scheme or a more wash
these-
scheme.
Because we got
Again,
that now.
Because this is what we have planned
To
to
be
do.
clear, so everybody, you can tell we're dealing with different moments in our experience, is this is what we selected. After last week's meeting, when we challenged it was too dark,
Dark.
this is our options, to go lighter or lighter still. So you could
I don't
say,
like the orange in the middle.
Me neither.
I don't either, so.
See,
Can we take that out?
Yeah.
That okay?
This is like house numbers, not house number two.
So then we're talking maybe something light or stay with what we have.
See, I think that light one looks awful light compared to the carpet.
Well, you know, the interesting thing is the light one is kind of the same color as the interior of the sanctuary, which we're not like
Right.
totally in love with, right?
And I was gonna say, and how did that light one look with this red oak? Not as good maybe either.
Yeah,
Because we are, we
This
have
is more
to keep the
friendly.
red oak.
Just so you know, this is kind of the feeling of, you get plastically, where this doesn't have that, in my opinion.
Which one do you like better there?
Are those floor options?
Probably.
No, those are
aren't floor options.
those are
So,
I like
I mean,
Those are like cabinetry.
if this is our only option, do we just stay with the original dark one that we picked?
This looks too gray.
My
For
opinion,
floor and wall.
my opinion is, you got, if you recall, I have to go take Humboldt. I did not go this way, you guys went this way.
Okay.
And I have grown to like it, because the more I think about the context, that you have so much lightness now. Now you're used to it, but think about your homes. I don't know what your homes are like, but I'd say your woods and stuff like that are much richer, much warmer. And I think that's what this is providing you a little bit, personally. And remember too, our tile is, if it's here, I don't know if it's here.
Talking about the porcelain?
Yeah.
There's all your samples,
that's why we
actually.
need
First and middles.
the three ones on this, because it's a
They're,
big call. I do wonder what you have to say about, the
So
corridor will
do
feel
remember,
darker.
this is also coming up against whatever it is.
And this, so there will be this stone.
Oh, that's nice.
Too.
Right,
So
right,
coming
right,
up
like
the
that.
stairs, and then
There's a
this is in front of the
brightness.
nursery too, right? The
This-
childcare area.
Yes, it is. It's-
So we've got that landing. So the corridor will end with this light landing and we'll begin with this light landing.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we go
So-
into the light filled grand hall.
Right,
Right.
so there's just gonna be a part portion of it that they were really concerned was gonna be too dark.
Right.
Near, outside my office. Otherwise, the long hallway's still gonna be nice and light because of the skylights and everything.
And you're gonna have a new glass
Right,
curved wall.
right.
With that new
I
light.
mean,
So architecturally, Bill, what does the hall feel like to you? It's gonna be, we start with the light landing from the door, we can't do anything about our stairs, and we know we don't love our entry, but we're hoping that these light stairs are gonna really pop it up.
I agree.
We're gonna come up, and it's gonna be darker than we're used to, but tell us about how that compels
I'm
us.
not convinced that, I'm
Yeah.
not convinced yet on that, because remember, we're also opening walls up
Right.
that are bringing in
That
daylight
whole area
in,
is
and
gonna
it's
be
not gonna
open.
be-
That's true, so the gathering room windows are now gonna be windows that light
The
that
whole
area,
hallway.
that never did before.
right, it's all open there with
Right.
some more
And,
openness.
and your corridor, I'm not saying this is directly attributed to making it lighter, but your corridor is rather constricted, this way and this way. So now we're raising that thing up, and we're pushing that thing wider.
Right,
Why don't we look at the pictures as we're looking at it, because to me. I
yeah, it
like-
always helps.
It always helps, I like the visual.
And there's a lot more wood than there was. Or-
I think
yeah.
it's this one that Connie was, or
Right.
whoever was here last time, I wasn't here last time.
This is the cabinetry wood,
This is what it.
and that's gonna be on the wall as well.
Yes.
Like in here, right?
Yes.
Here.
actually would probably do
something like that.
And around the corner.
How big, when they put that on that long
This
wall,
is all now.
how big of
that
a
stone.
piece does that come into for
This
installation?
is still.
Probably no bigger
That's all this white
than,
stuff.
well, I just know from our laying things out to make
So
the
it's,
doors work,
yeah,
it's probably
but
gonna be a
it
bigger
sort of
than
marks a
3 by 8.
transition.
Do you
Okay,
have a problem
And
down the
then-
line with the seams?
You do create a
This is
reveal
hard,
each
because this
period,
does
every
not
3.
It doesn't really
Very
it
represent.
doesn't represent it
Because
at
we
all.
gotta bury
And
a
so
door
then
in there that
here,
they don't
this
see.
is, like, this
More
is
of
matching
that
that,
opens
so,
up.
but this will
And
match.
similarly,
so,
these
yes.
are 2 double doors
Yeah.
over here,
I'm not
that's
sure.
gotta be buried,
And this
and then,
picture's.
there's a door at the other end of the cabinetry
And,
Well,
and,
we've learned a lot.
but it'll look clean and
Wow, yeah.
smooth and
Yeah.
it'll
it's
appear
And this is the
seamless
current. I
when you're
mean, this
coming
is,
up.
this is what it
That's
is.
the goal.
That's a good.
too. That's the goal. And so this will bleed into the cabinetry over here, this, so all this will look more unified.
With the.
And then you have the accent in the ceiling. And
Yeah,
then
this was
in
like-
your office similarly, this would be, in the-
I can't.
yeah, your cabinet.
Of some sort.
And
But I
then,
think this is closer to what we're actually
Bill, are we
doing.
losing
Okay.
that closet, kind of hiding that closet
Yes,
door?
that's the issue.
Okay.
And
So
what's,
all the way
so
across.
It's gonna
on
be
this
this.
Well, I guess
wall,
we've gotta talk to him about it.
it's gonna be
that
this,
too.
again, that will
Yeah.
match this.
Right, and
Yeah.
that, and that's
And
what
that will
Eric
match-
and the mill worker have been working on, is trying to figure out a way to make that a sort of a hybrid door, because we found some potential hinges to handle that all and everything else like that, that you
To
could
hide it.
hide it.
Okay. Bill, which ceiling are we currently doing? Just neither. So what's it,
What do you mean by knit?
Well, this one is a wood and this one is not wood.
Well, that, it should have been wood, because that's just the rendering, the light took away the wood
Oh.
at that point, so that was the
The
But
principle.
it is
ceiling will
still
be
wood,
dry
but it's still wood on the
Wood.
top.
It's a wood ceiling.
Right,
so
What
it's,
kind of wood? This one?
yes, so it's gonna do this and then come down and be lit.
That was, I think, Connie's question, it was
Right.
two cable, like.
Well, I think you have the ability to look at that, I cannot disagree more, but that's okay.
I'm sorry.
No, I
I
think.
wasn't gentle on
No.
that.
I think that we all have a and again, have I made errors? Sure, tons of them. But we have a tendency to view things from our experience of what we're leaving.
right,
It's,
Right.
right now, go up and look at that ceiling, nobody complained about it, I thought it was a horrific ceiling when I walked in there, because it had vents in it, it was low, and so, I think when you raise that up, put wood in it, for example,
And lighting, there's
yeah, we're
lighting.
gonna do
Right.
we're
On
gonna
the
do a
side.
conference center in a high school where the whole ceiling, walls, everything will be wood slats. It'll feel like you're in a beehive. but it's gonna be LED lighting and stuff. It's trying to give drama, you know what I mean?
And then the green will go vertically on the cabinetry, on the wall, on the ceiling, it'll go vertically.
It'll probably go,
Right,
because we wanna wrap it down,
Right.
you know, that. And I think those are great questions, because I'm a little bit cautious, because I like to see the submittals and work through that a little bit with the mill worker to make sure that when we seam things, and, because there was a great question asked before, is how big is big? And we think we can go floor to ceiling with the wood panels here, so we need vertical reveals so, because there's a door there. And you go, you know, and so we'll have this, but a vertical reveal, and this, and vertical reveal. Up here, you can't do that, you gotta somewhere have a reveal down the corridor, because those things just can't keep going, you know, that kind of thing. So we gotta look through that all and make sure the product works. But this is 5 foot wide, if I'm not mistaken, and so there may be a vertical, there may be a reveal in the middle, there may be 2 reveals on the sides, I don't know, because usually this product comes in 4x8s.
And this, so there's lighting in the middle, and then is this actual lighting, or is this
Yes.
just paint? So this is lighting,
Yes.
so that should help.
Yeah, there's strip lighting that makes it glow, that warmth.
Right, right. And how much higher is the ceiling now than it used to be?
It used to be 8 feet, it's now 9 feet.
That makes a difference.
Yeah, and this, there's also, which doesn't show up here, we've altered to, we have wall washers on here. So that whole
light.
wood wall will
Be
wash.
washed with light.
Because
Good.
it is,
Nice.
it is
That makes it
it's well, let me explain that, so we go back. So just as this shows, there's lighting around the perimeter, then there's lighting all the way around this perimeter, and then there's lighting back out.
So there is
That
that.
shows that right here, like this lighting,
That will
Yes.
not be there.
this will not,
No,
This-
that will be there.
and this,
And right now, we took these and we're washing this whole wall with
like can lights
can
up
lights
here.
that will wash that wall.
Can lights that come down like that.
Wash that wall, because that was the only remaining piece of vertical wood, other than the cabinetry, that I mean, think about it, that whole place is all drywall, other than that one wall of wood. So we kind of wanted to make that a focus.
Right.
Light, accent it with light. So that, and by the way, this cross, at least is early detailing, is backlit. So
Yeah, which echoes our, I mean, I'm interested, I know we talked about what that focal piece is and how we hold space in it and be forward moving and all that, and I'll be interested as we get closer with the mill worker about what that design ultimately is, because it's such an important spot.
we've got a sketch in the drawings of a steel, black steel, and we hold the backlit LEDs. I'm sure this can go variations, because
Yeah.
we can do this or can't do that.
Right, right.
But anyhow, that's the intent, is that right now is to be true to that comment, is a black steel cross backlit, so it glows.
What would be down here, maybe?
That's stone now, that's all this.
Oh, that's
Oh.
that stuff.
That's all this.
You know that.
Yeah,
Okay. so-
Okay, and does it
And
come?
then,
Go ahead.
what about this black here?
That's the bench that disappeared a while back.
So it's gonna be all the
It's all
stone.
this stone.
So that's light.
The floor goes literally up the wall. Because there's this white, this is not black anymore, this is all white.
White.
And the white's up the wall.
Oh, so that'll be lighter then too.
Yes.
And then does it, like here, there's kind of a greenish business, but is it like this, where it goes all the way to the edge, like that? Or is the stone going to go up like that?
The stone goes
On the side.
On the
Oh, all right.
floor, all that black
And
and
then
green
up.
is the light.
Right,
stone.
so if-
And up like that, and then whatever feature it is.
If
Gotcha.
let's pull that out real quickly, so
That's
I can look at it.
well, you know, we.
Helen,
Yeah.
with the village of Hinsdale, as long as we stay in those kind of parameters, steel, black, backlit, whatever the category is, as long as we stay in those kind of descriptions with our selections, we shouldn't run across a problem at the end.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I think.
I'm not
our first
afraid of
concern is
that.
life safety.
Because I like to clean
change.
I think it'll be
Because you
interesting.
can do that.
Yeah, right.
Finishes.
Yeah, and I like
Oh, there's room up there then.
Not
It'll be a
over
good solid
junked
12
up.
to 18 inches.
I mean, I can-
You know, I like.
So
I look at
only-
the
there's
space,
only-
I see,
There's only,
I see.
there's only a fire protection.
maybe at
That was
Easter,
the only thing
there
that
are
was
butterflies.
preventing us from.
Maybe, yeah, maybe we figure out how we utilize the space in subtle ways to sort of
perpendicular.
feature what we're doing. Right.
Lent it to be something.
Right, I'm not saying we put a bulletin board, I'm
No,
saying
no,
like,
no, no.
but maybe there are ways
Well, you have
to
at
use
least,
this.
whatever
Our
height
talent,
of this,
And do we still have a bulletin board somewhere?
you have that.
Like here we
I
have.
thought it was gonna be.
By my
done.
office.
Maybe it's on,
Yeah, well,
maybe
it
it's
will
on,
be by my
uh,
office, we don't have any.
I don't know, I kinda like
I'm
just
here
the
to
stone
hear
down
from
across.
That's
I don't think I'd put anything else on the
Not
door.
permanently, she's saying maybe temporarily during,
All three of those things.
do something,
I don't
but it
think
has
I'd
to
put
be.
sticky tack on a nice
No.
stone wall, I don't know.
No, it would have to be elegant and fabulous and simple and
Clean
clean.
and something.
I mean, they're wondering if it's a start, but I like that, I like stone, I like
And I
clean.
feel that, I feel that the.
But you know you
cost-
can
know,
have this area,
If I could
Yeah.
just go in there, because actually I was
You
just
would
thinking,
think, I don't know, they could
bring
bring
that
that
camera,
down.
saying, just let's finish it, clean and simple.
Yeah.
And then I'll walk away and imagine.
No, I want it to stay like
I mean,
this.
initially on
But,
that.
you know,
I wanted to say like-
in all truthfulness, you can always
bring that
add,
up
What
higher.
color is
it's
the
darn difficult to subtract. You know,
Right.
On,
if you just, it's nice white museums or white walls, because they can put anything.
Right, there's a door still.
I think this,
Now,
Like
is
this,
there-
there's still a door.
Yes.
well, but it's framed.
That was why we cut
it's
those
framed
things,
wood.
wasn't it?
With this,
And this,
Yeah, that's the word.
and then.
okay, and so that this is a.
Moving with a lot of things.
Okay.
Or, I mean, oh.
Well, this, I think,
It's so
these are
exciting.
two.
That's exciting. I'm glad.
Yeah, I think.
Bill, we had a question here, so Black Cross, how does that play with the hardware on our doors and
I do.
things like that? Or is it not related, we don't have to worry
This
about
one's
that?
better.
I think that looks richer.
That's probably not a bad comment.
I think it goes better with the corner.
Is there a reason why we couldn't do it in
what's
a,
best for you.
you know, your hardware is usually brush stainless, or brush,
Uh-huh.
metal.
Right.
So, like that.
Is it silver, is it gold, is
It's
it,
silver.
yeah,
Yeah.
silver?
Right.
And so, could you do that and cross out of silver? Yes.
Or would we lose it with the?
It's better to have it in the black, because it
I think the
will
black will show a little bit
show up
stronger,
better, okay.
but I think if it always stays lit, it's always gonna have a little bit of a negative.
Well, we'll have to play with it.
Okay.
I do like I like that you've echoed our logo space, and I like the idea of it lit, because I think that
Change
echoes.
like the cabinets from the wall, you know, it all flows together.
Yeah.
I think the, what was I thinking on, oh, what I was gonna say is, actually, what's kind of strange is this rendering versus this rendering.
Two here.
I just, we have a house where I have a cone above our dining room table, so high, no real recessed drywall, and I have a perimeter uplight on it, and we used to do quartz halogens, and we kept bringing that, and it costs $2 a bulb, and there's 40 of these, and so it was $80 every year. And I replaced them with LED strip, and holy crap, it was the lowest intensity I could have, and you can tune that thing up, and it just, it washes everything out. When we put those LED strips there, if you have a certain dimmer, you can almost make it not burn like wood anymore. It gets so bright. You want, because it almost gets
I don't like it.
antiseptic, you know, it's too.
Yeah, we've got some of that in the sanctuary, when we put in the new lighting, it's great, we don't have to replace, but it's super bright, we keep it at half intensity,
Yeah,
just
we
for
do.
regular usage.
Yeah, you want to have that warmth. and-
Right.
109E and
Right.
and,
I like that too.
Pastor, are you satisfied? Anybody, have we got enough reviews?
Are we still happy
I
with,
like it.
so I think we've come back to, we made the right choice, which is good to know.
No, I agree, I think it looks, I think it's the most sophisticated and rich looking.
I like it,
Yeah, this is definitely too light, and the red oak we've done.
yeah. And this still looks good with the red oak. so-
And I think what we'd
I agree.
probably forgotten was that with all this
Oh,
stone,
yeah.
we're going to
It's
have
gonna look rich,
light
you know, it
places.
doesn't all have to be.
So there'll be an interesting contrast.
Right,
Yeah, I was just worried about being, well, too dark, but now we know.
yeah, I
so
think it'll be fine.
This carpet and this carpet are this carpet, right?
Right,
So the two carpets are the same.
yeah,
This is white, this would all be
there it
this.
would, yes.
This is the walls
And the
and
Cabinet.
ceiling and the
And the
cabinet,
cabinet.
and this is the cabinet top and the cabinet.
Countertop, yeah.
You brought this in.
And this is framed in that wood, right?
Yeah, that's for,
I don't know what that wood is.
Bill?
Bill,
Bill, I have
this,
a question.
this is framed in wood?
Yes.
Yes, and so would that be this?
It'll be,
Or
yeah,
something-
we'll stain it to try to match that.
The real wall, that's real.
Okay.
And it's, we're trying to.
Get rid of the red oak over here.
Again, we've drawn as architects, that's something the millworker, we have to go interplay, but we're trying to get those verticals as thin as possible and still do it.
So you can, it's
Secure.
mostly just glass.
Yeah,
Just
best
a,
as
pla-
we
it's
can.
just a glass holder, not a
We're not
decorative.
trying to put wood.
No, no, no.
Right,
Right.
okay.
And then this wall here is, this, so the wall in my office is a drywall wall with an inset space, or we're gonna hang whatever we do on that wall.
It's just right now painted drywall.
Just painted drywall. Because this is, we had ideas of having, you know, a sign-in corner or stuff like that,
Right.
which we had to cut budget-wise. So this is, just for everybody's knowledge, if we take out all of this bulletin board space, I know you hate
But
it,
we
but
wanna
it's
have
gonna go
something
there.
nice, it's
So,
a nice
I
way
think
to do it.
if I could only suggest it is if somehow you contain it and put it close to the elevator. So it's not something, yeah, I know it sounds terrible, but, because bulletin boards, I guess you want people to see, but I would think a lot of people go to the bulletin board to find something out. I would rather not see, you know, beautiful artwork on your left and bulletin board stuff on your right. If the bulletin board's a little bit to the right and
On
behind.
your door though.
Yes.
So
For
would,
doors.
so would
Yeah.
you have to move her door?
No,
You
no.
would have
And-
to
and-
have
There's an
Believe me,
effort there.
I'm gonna step out of this one, I'm just saying, that's more of a maintenance issue, you guys do what you wanna do, that planning, I just think.
Oh, they're here, but they
behind
didn't
the
draw them.
wallboard.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like, when you walked in my family's household, the refrigerator had magnets and stuff everywhere. And nowadays, my household, they don't. So
Because they
it's
don't
what
stick
you're
to the
comfortable
stainless
with.
steel.
Yeah, it's whatever you're comfortable.
Connie had some
Mhm.
points here that we could bring up.
Right.
You're all set on that. I'm not rushing anybody,
No.
but you're all set.
No, we need to move on.
Bill, Connie wondered if the cabinets that we're choosing have whisper close.
That soft close, they automatically, the doors.
I honestly don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I think that's a discussion we're gonna have to have with the.
Thanks, Cindy.
What do you mean by whisper close?
Like when you close, it kind of
And it
discuss
just
it, and
goes
it's quiet, it doesn't
nice out. You don't
slam.
have to push it.
Self-close,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
It's not a self-closing.
Can we have that? Maybe have that?
On the drawers or?
Drawers.
Yeah.
On
Doors
doors.
and doors. To check on that.
That's a piece, that's in the hardware, isn't it? In the door hardware.
Different hinge.
It's so nice.
Different slides and
hinges,
Different
yeah.
slides and hinges, yeah.
Okay, that they want a whisper closing, and then Connie asked for an education space 106, 2 deep drawers instead of traditional doors, drawers instead of doors for the lower cabinets. So instead of having lower cabinets that go like that, you have drawers that come out. And because it's, many times, you get a lot of teaching materials, and I taught for 30 years, so I've been all around a lot of cabinets, and things get shoved back there, you never see them, but if you could pull a drawer out, then you
Is
could
this,
see what you
I'm sorry,
have.
is this the classroom?
Room
Yeah.
106.
And right now, those cabinets, just so everybody knows, if I recall, have drawers across the top and cabinets down the bottom. So you're saying, in addition to the drawers across the top, we want more drawers down the bottom?
And she says it just in room 106.
106,
Okay. I should take note of that, I think we'll deal with that in the shop drawing.
and then,
Yeah.
instead of using the dark cabinets, that were gonna be in the coffee area, use the light cabinets that are going to be in the fellowship hall.
Yeah, that's
one
all.
of the gray ones.
So, just so, that's a consistency we should understand, and everybody can chime in. My understanding is that everything upstairs is going to be this now is going to be this product
That one.
with a, the solid surface top, okay?
Right.
Everything downstairs is the laminate, that laminate, everything. With laminate countertops in the classrooms. And my understanding was the solid surface was going to be used in the fellowship halls.
Oh, I think, and the one next to it, the cabinet, that like one.
This is,
No,
this-
yeah, that.
that's a toilet partition, that's plastic.
I thought, what happened to that little, do you remember when we sat here and picked out that little, the cabinet piece?
That's this.
That's that little one.
It's that dark?
I don't know.
Gosh, okay, that must have got overruled from what I picked before.
Um,
I thought it was a
Did we
light.
put this up
checker cross,
against the
checker
existing
kind of
one
thing.
in the pass-through in the kitchen?
This, yes, we did.
We did. and
The
we-
county was with me when
Oh,
I did
okay,
that.
and she likes that one
She
fine?
did, she did.
Okay.
We do have a detailing discussion that Eric brought up on that as well.
Okay, well, the one, so that's changed from what we picked originally.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was very light, and it was kind of a checkerboard business.
That's it,
this.
that's it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see
That's
right up
exactly
there.
it.
Wow. Boy, okay, it looks darker from afar. All right, that's what it is, it is. I thought it was like 2 shades lighter, I could.
What would you
really
like to consider, what would you like?
I don't know, I thought it should be a little lighter, but no wonder.
I think if you look at the sheen of that, it's gonna be pretty light.
Yeah, okay.
So do we put that dark countertop on it, or did you
How's
choose
that
it
look?
because we already had chosen it, or did you choose it because it matches the pass-through?
I didn't choose it because it was matched to pass through, though we got lucky.
I don't, to
And-
me, that looks awful.
And the countertop, personally, I think there's a vein in there that works really nicely with that. And it ties everything together again, because you see that.
Is this sorrel? Is that the name of it?
That is, no, this is sorrel.
That's the sort.
That's sorrel.
This is something Wilson Art, something.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of cheap, but isn't there, I don't know, that looks awfully
The-
dark. Yeah.
So just so everybody, as I'm going through
I
this
know,
3
I know,
times.
3 times.
Is that we went through this, selected a bunch, narrowed it down, everybody was here, narrowed it down, and last time, I should have brought it, but I have to be honest with you, I'm gonna start leaving everything here, because I have to keep bringing it back. The issue is, we threw, not me, they looked at what they had been selected, it was a brownie thing, and they said, ooh, that looks terrible. And that was the lighter one, got rid of it. And everybody said this, well, at the meeting, whoever was at the meeting, said that was nice. Again, I think I can bring the whole box back and just leave it here, if people wanna go thumbing through it at this point in time, because we went through it.
I'd like to
Do
make,
that next week.
I'd like to make a note too, that, I've released the mill worker, I mean, the contract's been awarded, so I mean, any of these changes that we're discussing here, I mean, we've got shop drawings going. I mean,
You're already done.
Well, no, they're not done, but they're in the process of being drafted, so I'd say it's at the point where it's speak now or forever hold your peace time with some of this stuff, I mean, through our eyes. Because once we're revising shop drawings, we're gonna be losing a week or 2 at a time if we gotta go back and change out these hinges, change out these drawers, change out these finishes. He's gotta redraft all this stuff, and it's gonna start costing more time on the schedule.
So here is the product, because we put it on the board,
Oh, right.
and then they got rid of it last time.
Oh, problem.
So actually, this whole board is honest to God truth, other than the paint colors. And basically associated with the paint colors. That's your wood conceptually that exists, that's your floor, that's your carpet, that's now, we've stayed with it, the thing, that's the inset outside, that's the Corian countertops in the bathroom, that's the laminate, that's the toilet partitions that are now everywhere at this point. And then we threw these on as contingencies at this point, and
That's the cabinet.
this is, we're now saying that's the cabinet, because we were always just telling people, we said vinyl floors, everywhere, somewhere I said that.
Paneling and cabinetry, you just said.
Yeah, Okay, so this would be now the cabinetry, and that's gonna go up.
So that's terrible, because